What's up, everybody? We're Slide After Dark out of Brooklyn, New York, your new favorite band. I'm Dan Berg.
I'm Sifa Graffiti.
Check out our music. And check out us reacting to Street Player by the one and only Chicago. This was a poll winner on our Patreon. If you want to tell us what song we should react to, go over to Patreon, get in our polls, get in our content and our content decisions, and thumbs up if you like this video. Yeah.
Whoa. That was everything.
Disco Chicago. Is that what we should call whatever album this is? Disco Chicago?
We called it Skyscraper. It's just the link that this went to. It's a different quality of camera.
Oh,
the
yeah.
picture.
It is Skyscraper.
So,
Shout out to Skyscraper Chicago making a return to the
yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
But what
These
a groove,
guys.
though.
This one. Yeah. Oh, man. That was a groove. It was a groove that had like 3 different parts in a way. Like the midway, when it got to kind of like a... I felt like I was in like the Bronx. You know, it was kind of like a street, kind of like beating on a beer bottle kind of sound, like in the park, kind of salsa-ish in a way. That was pretty dope. And I found like the beginnings of house music in that, in like the 5-minute break. Like that was kind of like
interesting. Stuff. Where do you think house music started?
I believe it was a windy city. A windy city.
Portland?
I don't know. Maybe. A lot of gangland culture in a windy city. Not too sure.
It was Gary, Indiana?
Might be there. Or India, Indiana. Like where the Beatles are from.
Right. The Beatles?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this was sick. Peter's voice sounded so good.
Yeah.
Street player.
Yeah.
And then I loved that breakdown with that big percussion break. It reminded me of the end of Beginnings from their first album.
Yeah.
How they went to that huge like percussion break at the end.
Yeah.
But like the whole thing was just so dancey the whole time. It's like I just picture myself back in the 70s, somebody whatever, any club, anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, somebody puts this on. I'm just like, oh, okay, we're doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely a moment. Definitely a disco moment, I feel. And then it's like a 9-minute track. So, this is a good one to put on at a party. Because it keeps going on. And it's like all the way till the end. It's like really, really good.
Yeah, and I feel like this is one of those ones you could take the break beat and you could just loop it, right?
Yeah,
you could just loop
that's
it forever.
true.
And just,
that's true.
And that's house music right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel you on that one. Of course, we were saying that this was sampled so many times, and the beginning, of course, was definitely sampled. I wouldn't be surprised if the rest of it was sampled, but it's probably like hidden in some things, because it was so juicy. There was so much to take from that song. If you're like a DJ, I would go off on just like that one record.
Yeah, and not to go on a whole like tangent about sampling. Like some people hate sampling. I think I feel like if somebody samples you, it's kind of a compliment in a way. Your shit is fire. Like nobody's sampling something that sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
like
if something's sample worthy, that means it's just good.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to feel about it until I got there. I think like when I was a younger musician, I would probably be like, I wouldn't want anybody to sample me. But now,
if I didn't get credited, I'd be pissed.
Well, of course, if you don't get credited. Yeah. But now I would think like the actual music that I've made and I've actually put out, like I wouldn't mind if like somebody sampled it and sampled my voice. I think it would be kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah,
but no, this was so cool. There's so many parts of this that are sample worthy. I know that there was a guest trumpeter on this song, which I'm kind of like, how did Lee feel about that?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, who's this guy? I play the trumpet in this band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Whoever played the trumpet, I believe they said it was Maynard, he trumpeted the shit out of this song, okay? That surrounding stuff that I love that they do, he was going off.
Yeah, no, the whole band was going off. And it's funny because, like, for a second, like, I always think about this on disco because it's always, like, 4 on the floor, bass drum. And I'm like, do disco, like, drummers, do they ever get, like, bored? You know what I mean? And then for a second, I was like, this beat is, like, pretty standard for Danny. Like, because Danny can do crazy shit on the drums.
Yeah.
But then when they went to that whole, like, breakdown, I was like, I think he's fine.
Yeah, I think he's okay.
You know what I mean? I think he's doing all right.
Yeah, this is kind of music that would like influence a drummer to like do lots of fills and stuff, but still at the same time, I feel like he can just really hit hard at the 4/4
and just really be in the pocket.
Feel good about great about it. Just like the guitar solo that came in, right? Like,
yeah. Who was that? Because this is an After Cath album, correct? I believe this is After Cath, but before David Foster. That's what we've been told in previous comments. So tell us who played the guitar solo on that. I mean, it wasn't Terry, but it was good.
After Cath and BF.
I'm trying to think what else. I mean, I already shouted out Peter, but now I'll shout him out for the bass playing.
Yeah.
Bass playing was
pretty
on
stellar.
point.
Pretty stellar.
It definitely locked into the groove.
Yeah, what's a good disco song without a good bass?
I haven't heard it, but I'm not a disco connoisseur.
Let's make one without any bass. Totally treble.
Try to make any dance song with no bass. You know what I mean? Like, that's like an interesting challenge right there.
Yeah, they've got them though. Well, no, they don't sound that good. I was gonna say all those ones that are like do-si-do and swing your partner, but but those got bass in them too.
Yeah, but when you hear that, you're like, oh, that's a banger. Turn your partner around and around. We're getting off on a whole kinds of tangents here.
We're out of control.
Do you have anything else on this song?
No, shout out to our patrons for suggesting this one, and I'm glad it won the poll because I would have never heard the whole thing. This is something I would want to play on some vinyl.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And also, just like I just got this Street Player. I'm like, they were feeling themselves when they wrote that shit.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
I feel like that too. Yeah, it was a very confident song.
Yeah. So shout out to those Chicago boys. Shout out to everybody on Patreon for supporting us and for voting for this song. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. We're Side After Dark. We'll see you soon.